Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at the upcoming Arcade Paradise, now with a free Steam demo. Well, it's good to see you all here for a game coming soon to Steam that allows you to turn a laundromat into a fully functioning arcade in the 90s. Now, I was a little hesitant about this game, thinking that it would just be maybe like a top-down Tycoon type game where customers would come in and you'd make money and just upgrade over time. And that's certainly what happens, but this is a first-person game with the voice actor of Witcher 3. Yeah, your dad is literally Geralt of Rivia. And it's actually quite cool, taking place in the 90s with all the memes and such of the 90s as well, all the things you may remember, like AIM and 90s computers, 56K connections, and of course, arcades. Now, this game takes place in 1993, so there's a little bit of the 80s here in this theme as well, since they kind of, go over a little bit of overlapping too. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump in and take our first look at Arcade Paradise. All right, let's go. Damn, that is good music. Woo! Well, here we are. Welcome to Arcade Paradise. Well, technically it's actually the King Wash Laundromat that our dad owns, but we'll be working for him to eventually turn it into an Arcade Paradise. By the way, did I mention that this simulator is actually multiplayer too? Yeah, we can play this with our friends and take turns and share some of the tasks in operating the laundromat in order to then eventually open our own arcade. At the end of the day, we'll return to the bus stop to return home, but for now, take a look at it. In the back room will be our arcade, but of course we have the goal of maintaining all the washing services that we'll do eventually. Outside the building, we got a dumpster for throwing away trash and a few parking spots for everyone that will arrive. Now, right now in this current Steam demo game version, which they have a beta coming out that should be out like this weekend, you won't be seeing any people. There's a few things that are unfinished in the demo that they've added for the beta that's available now on their Discord, so just join their Discord and make a request for it if you want access to the beta before the full release. But eventually you'll see people inside the laundromat, and let's go get started. Here we go.
Hello, Ashley.
Hi, Geralt.
This is your father calling.
I know.
Welcome at long last to the real world and real responsibility. King Laundry was among my first investments in Grindstone. Not an important one. Honestly, I'd forgotten about the dump. But with shrewd management, perhaps even an ungrateful and capricious teenager like you can make it a success.
Wow, thanks, Dad. Awesome.
Let's go over the basics one more time. Pay attention.
Sure.
First, take a basket of laundry and load it into an empty machine.
You got it. And here we go. Oh, no.
Remember,
it's going to be a long day.
Time idle is time wasted. Maintenance and cleaning are your responsibility. Any trash, pick it up and dispose of it. There's a dumpster around the side of the building.
Well, certainly plenty of trash around. I've got to say, by the way, this game really reminds me of, like, I don't know, its appearance being like a Dreamcast game, or maybe even like, you know what? It actually gives me the gritty feel of Grand Theft Auto 4. You feel that a little bit? I don't know. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the style of some of the interiors and the dreariness of some of the buildings in Grand Theft Auto 4. A little Shenmue in here as well. All right, let's pick up some trash. A lot more trash. We're going to have to throw it out back like I showed you just a minute ago. All right, so there's benches here, a horrible tile floor, but eventually we're going to get what every arcade needs, which is, of course, the carpeting that looks like Cosmos with, like, purple, yellow, neon green colors, and then it looks like moons and stars and meteorites and such. And, of course, yes, the obligatory food caught in the vending machine. Yeah, of course. All right. So eventually it'll make a little bit more sense as people will be walking around the laundromat, and you'll see why trash is piling up like this. Otherwise, it's kind of random. And additionally, all right, dispose of the trash. We're going to be the ones doing all of everybody else's laundry, which is a little weird. I know there's dry cleaners where you can drop off like a, something very nice in terms of like maybe a suit coat or a dress shirt or something like that and have them clean that, but
at the end of the wash cycle, your watch will alert you with an important beep.
I guess we do it for everybody.
Remove the wet items and transfer them to a tumble dryer.
I'm waiting. There we go. Cool. Now, I've played through this demo a couple times, so I know a few of the basics of what I'm doing, but I think there's going to be a lot more technique and strategy to this, especially to maximize the time in order to maximize our money.
Your reputation is your livelihood. Broken machines, scattered trash, or blocked toilets will lose customers. No one wants to come to a faulty, smelly laundrette.
True. All right, fix broken machines, collect trash, and unclog the toilet will help maintain your business. Yeah, so basically we're going to get money for doing some of these things. Oh, yeah, and we actually have ourselves a PDA. So if we pause the game, as you can see at the top there, it's March 29th, 1993. So yeah, very cool 90s game for sure. All right, now I love this game for being full of mini games for what would otherwise just be mundane tasks. So it makes it a lot of fun. Plunge!
Critical damage! Toilet defeated!
Get wrecked.
Once the clothes are dry, take them out and place them ready for the customer to collect.
Now, I don't know why the hell we're doing this thing, like, with our bare hands. I don't think I would want to go in there with my bare hands. I'd like a glove option, but, you know, I guess it's the 90s. Germs didn't exist. I drank out of the hose growing up, which might explain a few things. But anyway, hey, pick up the backroom key. You found the backroom key in the pile of clothes.
Remember, I'll be keeping tabs. So arrive on time, keep the place clean, and don't cut corners.
There we go.
Look, Ashley, I know at your age, garment sanitation hardly seems glamorous, but nothing in life comes free. For once, show me you're capable and that you can be trusted. Otherwise, well, the packing plant always needs fresh meat.
Meat.
And fix the toilet.
I already did, Dad. Get out of my room. All right, sometimes the watch will alert you to important events. Yeah, so we got a chat message on the old PC in the office. But all right, one thing to explain about this game is it has a fantastic amount of different arcade machines that are based on games you might remember or crossovers of other games. And we can also play billiards and a few other things too. So all the games in this game can be interacted with. And for example, some of them are like, well, this is Grand Theft Auto meets Pac-Man. So instead of playing as Pac-Man, we literally play as a, I don't know, supercar, get chased by the police, and have to make our way through the city for cash. So yeah, and we can spend all day playing these games, which is pretty awesome. I know. We can get high scores. And then we can go on the run. Try to get into another car. Go, man, go. And we're back on the streets. Now, when we get into a car, hopefully we can soon. Oh, we got busted. But anyway, eventually the the invincibility things that we can get actually turn us into a tank. So definitely a Grand Theft Auto reference, and the actual symbol for the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Department of Justice, for all the arcade games that they would put that on back in the day. So that's hilarious. Anyway, let's get to the PC and check out what our sister wants. We'll skip through a few things. Basically, what she's going to tell us is Dad's a grump, but our sister Leslie was trying to get the arcade started in the back of the laundrette before she got a job somewhere else. So essentially, we were working as a, we were a student, and that didn't really work out. And instead of like getting an actual job at, like a McDonald's or something, we've decided to work for our dad, which is still a job. We're working the laundry. We're managing it ourselves. So we're going to go do that stuff. And we have a phone here for tutorials. We got our computer. Look at that, man. That is just 90s AF. Well, late 80s, too. Well, I don't know. The screensaver kind of reminds me of, hey, do you get the reference, by the way? The world is yours. Now, where have I seen that before? Some of you might recognize that. Some of you observers. All right, let's go ahead and empty some of the hoppers now for these machines. We can get some cash. I don't want to play. I want to empty the hoppers here. There we go. $137. Yeah, looks like our sister did not do a good job of cleaning these out at the end of the day. Holy crap. Or at least before she
machines are
quit.
token operated. Remember to remove the cash from the token machine regularly and put it in a safe in the office.
Of course. Let's go get the change machine for the laundromat. There we go. Cool. Lots of cash from that. So lots to do. Lots to clean up. Lots to put away. We're going to go put this money in the safe now. This won't count as actual money that we can spend until we put it in the safe. And as you can see, it's on safe. I don't even know if there's an actual code to memorize for this one. It looks like it would be like 1415-1? I don't know. Might speed up time. Sister wants to chat again. By holding spacebar, we can skip a lot of this. I've seen the beta, though. This demo is amazing. The concept of the game, phenomenal. and of course the beta even better because of all the things it's improved upon for the final vision of the game and also the feedback of everybody who played the demo as well. So even more now than ever, gamers have the opportunity to, jump into Discords, talk directly to devs, and say, hey, here's some things we love, here's some things we'd like included, here's some things that need to change. One thing I'd love to see in this game, too, by the way, is like a pizza parlor. I would love for us to eventually, I don't know if this is in or not, but I would love the ability to be able to serve drinks and have like a bar, or at least like a pizza bar, maybe serve French fries and burgers and hot dogs and pizza and whatnot. Oh, look at that very 90s. Look at that background, baby. Some of you remember buying things and doing things online like this. Simple text with just, hypertext underscore with blue lines and such. Oh my God. Buy now. Let's go. $500. Goodbye to the money that we just made moments ago. Oh, looks like we got mail. All right, well, that probably confirms our order, so we're going to go ahead and get off this computer now. So we'll end the day at about 11 o'clock, so at about, maybe at about 22, we'll kind of start wrapping things up, get ready for our final tasks, and we're going to also clean up a lot of this trash. Great way to make side cash, though. Like, by doing this, it might be a little annoying, but we actually make some good money for this. About 30 bucks every time we get a full bag, so good amount of money. Holy crap, look at the amount of clothes. All right, so yes, the final goal is to not only fill all this area with arcade machines, but we can build around us, too. We can buy other buildings or other, I don't know what you'd call them, like other spaces within this building and connect them all together. So there are some other areas where we can buy and then eventually knock out these walls and connect them all together. So right now it's basically just the laundromat, the wash closet, the office, and the back room where everybody's welcome to go and play games. Probably a little reputation from our sister managing the place for a little while. And man, that must have been mundane. To earn all that money to just buy like one arcade machine, like $500 for that back in 1993. And then to be able to do it like 3 or 4 times for all the stuff that's back there, must have been insane. All right, so we got about 2 minutes on a lot of that laundry. We'll continue to check everything for trash. We can keep cleaning up. Oh man, this music's driving me nuts. Hopefully we can actually play some more music eventually. Oh man, I'm so excited for this one to come out. I really want this to simulate a lot of other things too. There's one of the rooms that we can buy eventually over here. Sorry, the keys went for ice cream and haven't come back yet. So yeah, we can eventually expand. I can't wait. I want more games like this. I can't go back to the 90s and like own my own arcade back then. These are great. Simulators are just phenomenal and have been more popular than ever. Like, for example, did you know that Power Wash Simulator comes out today? Yeah, and many other great simulator games. Owning and operating bars and becoming a bartender. I mean, it's great. You can become a bartender in real life, but not too many people can say they actually own a bar or a restaurant themselves. All right, any other trash around here? There's got to be some in the back. Oh, yes, of course. More trash. That's going to be nice to get these dingy walls all tidied up and actually do something nice with this place. It deserves it. Get rid of this garbage tile floor, put down trash cans, put down some bar stools so people can, like, sit at these machines and such. Oh, yeah. Oh, uh-oh, minigame. There's gum. Oh, God, they're touching that with their bare hands. You've gained 50 diseases. Yeah. All right, awesome. So, yeah, we got to be on the patrol for that. Got to get this. There we go. Perfect. Oh, more. Eliminate it. So I must say for this demo, I think there's about at least 2 or 3, maybe even 4 hours of content here based on what you do and how you take your time and whatnot. Although everything always progresses. I would like to also see an endless mode in this game, or like a free build mode where you can just do whatever you want. So that'd be kind of nice too. All right, let's check our watch. It's got to be about maybe 17. Let's see. Oh yeah, 17:33. So we're approaching about closing time here. At least I'll be able to get a few of these things done beforehand. I think we should be able to dry and stack the clothes before the end of the day. Be our last task. Man, this is awesome. So yeah, one of the things I've really wanted to do in real life is own my own pinball machine or my own arcade machines at home, but it'd be really cool to actually own your own little barcade. Those are starting to get popular around where I live, where, of course, they have the things I mentioned, pizza and burgers, and, of course, beers and other types of, adult beverages, or, you just get yourself some juice or something like that and go over to a myriad of old Nintendo games and games like, Burger Time and the old, like the actual arcade version of Paperboy, or I think this one reminds me of, there was the RC Racer or whatnot. It was like a multiplayer, like top-down racing game. I can remember playing that a lot on the Nintendo and such. Can't remember a lot of their names, but I instantly recognize it all the time. Like the one with the boat, where you have to race up and down hills and stuff, or, well, up and down like a mountainside and rescue people who are drowning, and something to do with a dragon. I always forget what it's called, but anyway, we got about 2 minutes, 3 seconds left on that. What else can we do in the meantime? Probably empty some of the machines. We don't make too much money throughout the day, so these are great passive income opportunities for these machines, $2, $3 here, $4, $5 there. Good, but not as good as like cleaning up trash and whatnot. Check the wash closet. Yeah, so I don't know where this place is exactly. Now the toilet is not clean. There's gum. Or at least the, there we go. The room itself is now clean. Perfect. So yeah, I don't know. This feels a little bit like UK, a little bit like America. I think it looks a lot more America, but there's a few references to uniquely British things. But hey, everybody had arcades. And some of them around now, still exist. There's still Dave & Buster's, of course, but I don't really feel... that's more of a corporate family place where you go out for, I don't know, nicer food and then maybe happen to... I feel like that's a nicer restaurant than it is an arcade, but it's still a nice place. Bowling alleys and a lot of cool arcade machines that you can actually sit in. Like the... there's one, I think, from Sega that allows you to, like, fly jets. I forget what it's called. I don't think it's called Harrier or whatnot, but the Interceptor, maybe? But those would be some amazing machines to own in real life. And that's what's fun about this game, too, is that they've kind of made... I mean, some of these... This is more of a Japanese-style arcade. This is definitely like an 80s American arcade. I don't know. There's just so many different styles and stuff here. So here we have digital air hockey. Here we have Wood Gal's Adventure, which is kind of like an open-world adventure game. And, of course, the GTA game. And tomorrow, at the end of this day, we will get a new machine, which should be some sort of a stacking simulator game. And, yeah, there's more and more to do. All right, $5 here. We've made close to 800, or sorry, almost close to $200. But I think we've made in total about 800 because we did spend about 500 and something on that machine and a few other things we've had to do. Now, as for the laundromat, if we put these clothes in here and come back tomorrow, we'll get a little bit less of a rating, but at least it'll still be income. If we just leave them here and don't do them at all, we won't get the money for it. So some things are just a little poorly timed. Like somebody will come in towards closing time, and there's no way, with the laundromat, being 2 minutes for washing, 2 minutes for drying, with time going on, there's no way we'll have enough time to actually do all the tasks. But who wants to work at a laundromat? Like, ew, the goal is to get rid of it. But I love this idea. I love this for a game, and I love alternative starts, too. Like, for example, maybe if we worked at a convenience store. Although, I don't know, I have a feeling that a convenience store is probably going to make a little bit more money selling all sorts of different products rather than just a laundry service, a little temporary rental. Okay, everything's going on the machines for washing. Looks like we got about one more thing we could do. Throw these in for drying. God. In real life, you certainly wouldn't want to leave those wet clothes in there. They will dry a little bit from the final spin cycle, but that's going to be gross. All right, what are we at for time? 21:49. All right, we're making good time here. Love how it turns dark outside. Would love to see cars driving by and people zipping by. I think that would add to the immersion, but we're spending most of our time inside where there seems to be serious safety violations, health violations. I don't know how our dad got away with owning this business. Mildew and mold on the walls. Oh, you can actually... Oh, we should be able to get some money from there. The soap and sud machine. But one last thing to worry about, I guess. One less thing to worry about. All right, a few seconds left on this one here. 22:25, so we're getting ready to wrap things up here. So, I don't know what the purpose of having things in our wallet and then putting them in the safe is, aside from buying things. I don't know if there's a consequence for not doing that, but it might just be one extra thing you have to do in the game to keep you busy on your toes. I don't know if we can be robbed or whatnot, where eventually, maybe someone will come in or somehow we'll drop our wallet, or it'll be like, oh, $10 fell out of your wallet or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go throw this in the safe, though, and then we're going to head home. Got just a minute or two. It'll let us know. There we go. Now, this game can also be played on a controller. You can play with friends. It is a multiplayer game. Lots of cool stuff to it. Business is closing now. So if we stay too late after closing time, we may pass out, and thus we'll wake up halfway through the next day and lose out on some income or something. Probably because the door locks automatically or something and we can't open it for anybody else. All right, well, there's nothing else for us to do, so let's go home. And tomorrow, our arcade machine will arrive from Arcade Mania, and that'll be good times. All right, let's go home and rest. Yeah, High Lincoln, Newcastle. That's where I feel the game really maybe simulates a little bit of the UK there. Time spent gaming, 47 minutes. Business popularity, 144. Don't really know how to measure that. Today's balance, 364. I think that might be what we left behind in some of the machines at the end of the day. I'm not sure. 2720, though, is what we made on the arcade machine. So certainly making a lot more money on other things. And boom, there we go. Our arcade machine is here. There it is. Our stack machine has arrived. So here's what's really cool. So we can see here the storeroom. We can actually buy this eventually. And then the next door garage, we can buy this as well. I'm assuming we can expand into maybe this area here. The main goal is to eventually have the arcade spill out into the laundromat and make the nicest place in town. So we'll go ahead and put this maybe right next to the... I will put it next to the other machine. Stack Overflow will go right there. We can move these at any time we want, too. So eventually machines that are in the back can be moved towards the front of the store. So we can always rearrange, and yes, as it says, we can move the cabinets around and open the map. I love the look of the laundromat. It's really nice. All right, back to work. So we got our drawing done from the other day. Yeah, multiplayer, you can have somebody take the front of the store while somebody else works the arcade. Of course, a C ranking because we left those closed in overnight, but at least we still make some cash from it. Not bad. You can also have one of your, you can do all the laundry while one of your friends cleans up the place a bit. Both seem like they're going to be full-time jobs. Maybe someone can take cleaning in the front, and someone else can do laundry. Who knows? Oh, that's empty, really? All right, let's keep doing this stuff. We want to make more money on these machines. More drawing. That's good times, man. A very chill game, I'd say. There definitely feels a little bit of a rush to it in terms of, like, getting a few things done, but it's certainly not anything too intense. Go here, do this. Go here, do that. Feels good. Gotta put these in the dryer, though. There we go. I would like a few more options maybe in the laundromat of things like having to add different types of, fabric softener. Maybe some of the orders will be different to kind of make it a little bit more immersive for the laundromat part. But again, we want to get rid of the laundromat, but it would be cool to have the option to do whatever we'd like. Actually make it a laundromat or something. Part laundromat, part arcade. Apparently that was an S rank, even though it just fell on the ground. Okay. But again, it's a demo. I really want to be able to clean up the front of the store, too. Like, all the trash that's outside and all the crappiness. I want to be able to, like, do everything. I want to pave the parking lot. I want to, like, sweep things up, get rid of the cracks in the sidewalk. This place should look amazing. I want to be able to spend all my money, not only on arcade machines, but also, like, outside the arcade. Which I think will be the goal, because right now it says, like, what? Laundry King or whatever outside? But we want to change this from King Wash to, like, I don't know, King Arcade or something like that. Kind of cool. King's Arcade. That's a good one. Alright, more stuff in the dryers. Yeah, definitely business management here. Definitely a good simulator. Definitely like a time attack thing. Definitely fun to clean up all this stuff. Hey, we even had to do stuff like this in Grand Theft Auto. You remember the missions for selling ice cream to everyone, or some of the trucking missions you could do in San Andreas? Oh, man. It was a good time.
Radical.
Yeah, that's what we really want. Throwing that in is worth so much money. Like, you're probably going to get 2.5, maybe 3 bags of trash a day, and that could equal almost $100. Oh, we got the... oh, sister wants to chat again, I see. Let me check the hoppers and stuff real quick. I don't think these can get too full. 420, nice. You can see which ones are more popular than others. Maybe we could sell some of these machines, too. Alright, alright. I want to do a little bit more of the management. Alright, we're going to race through whatever she wants to talk about. You can, of course, pause and read at any time if you'd like to. Oh, this is Dad. Dad is kind of hearing about us modifying the layout of the store a little bit. He doesn't want us to do that. But we are telling him that the arcade cabinets are more profitable than an old laundromat. There's our projected profit and loss. Laundromat income kind of tapering off. Arcade up. But Dad's saying that the community wants a place to wash their linen and not actually go and play at an arcade. I guess Dad wants to provide a service, and we want to provide a service that's profitable. Anyway, $125. Not a bad day so far. All right, more trash, more gum. A new chat message. Oh, God, the sister now. Yeah, this is how it was back in the day. You couldn't just check your phone. You actually had to sit down and, like, be fully distracted from something else. You had to do, like, things one at a time. And Amazon didn't even exist. You had to go to these places called stores and purchase things in person with money or credit cards. It wasn't like 14 cash apps and stuff like that. Yeah, amazing times. How did we even survive? All right, let's drop off our clothes here. Should be a good $5. Not bad. From the old trash from the other day is good to go. All right, now our sister. Hey, Weaselface, did you pitch your idea to Dad? Oh, of course we did, but he didn't even read it. What do you expect? I love the old school aim. I hope we can actually play some games on this as well, on the old PC. I would like for time to go by a little slower at the arcade, too, because it seems like just things go by really quick. But I guess it's a good thing, too, because if you purchase your arcade machines, they're delivered in the morning of the following day. And that's another consequence for if you fall asleep on the floor, is that you'll miss your delivery. I guess you have to sign for it, but they still leave it in the middle of the street. Okay, so now our goal for this is to basically convert our arcade into this. This is going to be our goal, is to eventually convert the storeroom into a usable space. So $1,000, and then we can convert the storeroom in the back into that. That'll look nice. That's really our ultimate goal for the demo. And then eventually that's the goal throughout the whole game. Now, we've played other games similar to this as well. There's a few, like, internet cafe simulators and stuff like that where, you know, first you start out providing internet services in countries that don't really necessarily have a connection, so you offer people in for drinks and for a connection to the internet, and then eventually start doing things like, you know, actual hardcore gaming. Well, as in, like, hosting tournaments and having people sit down at consoles rather than just, you know, PCs just to chat with people or whatnot. All right, minute 19 seconds there. Those are good. Any alerts? Nope. Okay, things are all right. Look for some gum. We got $164 now. Not bad. I want there to be a view in this game that, like, highlights trash. I feel like I've walked past a ton of trash. These are tricky. These little drains, they shine when you walk past them. Makes me think trash is down there. Let's check for anything in the bathroom. Looking good. So yeah, again, remember, people would be inside the laundromat too. They would be walking around, standing in front of the machines, sitting down in the chairs, and were working their hardest at beating the high score in one of these arcade games. Although it's kind of puzzling why people are in the back room dropping out burger containers and such. But that's what I want to be able to do. Now, I hope they allow us to do things like, I want to be able to make tons of money in this game passively. Like, I'd love to be able to make money from the soda machines and the vending machines. I guess technically it's all, you know, kind of translated into these tokens, but people have to buy the tokens for the laundromat and or the arcade maybe. So anyway, we got our breakdown. Air hockey has broken down. You know what that means. We got to fix some bugs. Boom, get wrecked, sir. Get wrecked. Oh no, you don't.
Critters crucified.
Critters crucified, and should be operating again. Can't make money on it. Alright. So wash into dry. Oh wow, look at all the machines ready to go. I just love the look of this game. I don't know. I've just been loving these types of simulators more and more often. Taking boring, mundane tasks, things you wouldn't think about, and gamifying them into something that's a lovely experience. I like it. Oh, B rank. Oh. Now 245 there. Minute 41. $174 in the bank. And another day almost gone. It's already almost 5 o'clock. Imagine that. It's getting there. So the code is 5. Oh, last time it was like 14, 15. Does it change every time? It's like 16, and then I thought it was 1, the last number. Nope, now it's changed to 10. Okay, I want the safe to actually be a combo, and if I recognize or remember it, then I should be able to just like quickly type it in or whatever. But again, everything's kind of a mini game, because that's the name of the game, is to make games out of nothing. I know of all the jobs that I've had before, gamifying things inside the job motivates you, keeps you kind of happy, and makes you want to do better and improve upon the things that otherwise could be mundane. Everything from, making pizza dough and mixing all that stuff to, mowing lawns and building things and drilling nails into platforms and building bridges and things like that. That's all of what I've done in the past, and I can remember all the games I thought of in my head in order to try to up my quality. I cared about some of the things that I did. Not all the things I did, of course, but most of them. You know what I mean? All right. Now it's time to dry again. There we go. I must say the construction jobs that I've done, building things and leaving things better for everybody else is the most satisfying. But data entry and things like that, it becomes so automatic that that, I think, is why things like podcasts and whatnot have become so popular. Maybe my live streams, maybe these videos. So let me know what you do while you're watching or listening to the channel. I'd love to hear from all of you what you guys do, especially when you listen or watch the channel. Cool. More things to wash. Let's go. Nice. I can't wait to play this multiplayer. I feel like in this game I would want to do a single player save, and then I'd also like to do a multiplayer save and just see the differences of the decisions I make alone for the laundromat and where I put things, and then working with a friend to put things in their place too. I didn't know there could be trash up there. I feel like all this is trash. Get rid of these old detergent bottles and such. They look like they're empty. Ugh, they've been there for days. Of course, as we're waiting, we can always play some arcade games, although it's kind of a waste of time. I mean, you want to prioritize money. But it is fun to actually play the games. Like, for example, Stack Overflow. So the goal is to basically get things from one side of the warehouse to the other, like this. That type of thing. Yeah. So there you go. Things like that. Alright, any more clothes to wrap up here? 2 minutes there, 0 here. Be kind of nice if they buzzed. I don't know. I'm getting all nitpicky over things, but I can't wait to see more games like this. And if you like this game, check out games like Metro Life Hustle and also Bartender Hustle and a few of the other, types of business simulator games that come to mind, like Recipe for Disaster, and even games like Hydroneer, for example, where they're not necessarily based on like a real-life business, but are kind of more of a fantasy business operation where, of course, you're setting up things for automated success. Essentially, a lot of these things are kind of automated, too. Like, for example, our token machine here. The customers come here, and everything's gathered in one spot once we're done. Wash should be done. Oh, yeah. That means we got to dry. It always confuses me when that pops up. It says wash, and then I'm thinking to myself, wait, is something ready to wash? It's a wash. All right, we got to be close to the end of our day again. Let's see, we're at 20, so we got about 3 hours left. Man, we're hard working, though. We arrive at like 6, 7 a.m., and then work until about 11. I mean, that's pretty good for a teenager. I can't believe how lazy I used to be, honestly, as a teenager. But I guess there was really no motivation to actually do anything when you're in school and gaming all the time. All my money from birthdays and Christmas and whatnot went towards getting on my bike and going over to an old Pan America and then buying all sorts of used Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 games. And, man, I still have them to this day. A good investment. It was all the practice for this mediocre at best content you guys love. I know. You love it. Not responsible for lost or stolen articles. Same. Oh, I actually like how they've taken the time to write in a lot of these signs, but I also like how some of them are so blurry you can't read them. Really, it's like a PS3 Grand Theft Auto. I'm telling you, that's the vibes it's giving off. Oh, baskets, get out of my way. Oh, time to dry. Pre-alpha build objective complete. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is the demo. Now the beta's out. I think things have really improved. I don't know exactly when the game will be out. If they ever announce any delays or anything like that, I always think that's a good thing. Because, of course, delays mean that polish and more features will come in. And, of course, quality of life is also a thing for these games, too, where eventually new features are added. But I think it's really important that games have multiplayer nowadays. I feel like of all the things that I hear about, people are often commenting on graphics and such, and I feel like in today's world, it's like, yeah, we've had games like Battlefield 2042 that had amazing graphics, and we all saw how that went. So, yeah, graphics aren't everything, honestly. Then eventually, multiplayer is more important. I think the connection between me and the game for PvP or PvE is important, just like how my connection with players is important too. And so to do like a multiplayer PvE or PvP experience, or both, is fantastic. Lots and lots of games experienced over these years now, and they're just getting better, I think. Better at trying to cater to everybody, because that's what games should be for. Everybody, even your damn grandma should be able to play games. Hell, even, you know, like casinos and things like that are a type of gaming, but I'd rather grandma get a little into something like Candy Crush than being at the casino all the time, you know what I mean? I don't know. All right, what time is it? 22:34. We got a few minutes here. None of this stuff will be done, I think, before our end of day. First day was pretty busy, though, with chatting with the sister and getting a few things done. So let's put cash in the safe. So now it's 6:12. Like how we're like hacking into this unsafe. You notice that? You hold no cash. I wonder what this is for. Obviously for business cards, but all right, time to close the business. 23:06. I think we get like an hour, but it goes by so quickly. Let's just make a little bit extra cash before we step out, and that'll be our day. All right, we're done. Let's get out of here quickly. Don't want to black out doors. Okay. Look at how dirty this town is. I hope the town around us changes by how awesome our arcade can be. Very nice. All right, let's go home and rest. Another thing I'd love to see and that I've seen in these types of games is the ability to take the money that we're earning at the business and just improve our apartment or whatnot. I've seen that in a few games as well. Like, for example, March 31st now. Beautiful. But yeah, a few games have like, for example, Bartender Hustle and Metro Life Sim, and a few I've mentioned, do allow you to take the cash that you've made throughout the day. Even Grand Theft Auto 5 allows you to do that, where you take all the money that you've made and you can buy new properties and or manage a place in which you live, which is pretty cool. It makes it a little bit more fun to use money instead of just to make more money, to make things more fun for what you do outside of all the hard work you have to do. All right, guys, that is it for today's video on Arcade Paradise. Coming out soon on Steam. I'm going to be live streaming this one soon as well when the, hopefully, when I get access to the beta, and I can't wait to get in. I've been seeing a lot of people having a lot of fun from all over the world, so arcades, just like games, are for everybody. Let me know some of your favorite arcade memories and or first games that you played, what you think about this game, and if you'd like to play it yourself. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good night.